We are here with cross-country runners Sammy Wong and Schlager. Welcome back, you guys. Talk about your midnight run to start off the year.
Midnight run, yeah, that's the first thing we do every year. We're legally able to practice that first day, so we try to take full advantage of it. So we get the team together at 12:01 and go out for just a nice easy run, 40-45 minutes, and we'll run around, maybe bring headlamps, and we have a good time. We're actually going to glow sticks this year too, so it'll look pretty goofy to those of you driving around at midnight.
So besides midnight run, what does preseason look like for your team?
Yeah, preseason, we just try to get in some miles. We save the harder repetitions, harder workouts for later in the season. So right now we're still trying to build a base. So we're just going to work into it and do a lot of fun team activities, get to know each other. Because every year we have a new team, and it's not a huge team, so it's kind of a good group of us, and we want to get to know each other. So we work that into the mileage, and we'll run a few workouts, try to work hills and all kinds of things. It's a variety of things in the beginning of the season.
What are each of you most looking forward to as you begin your 2012 season?
Well, for me, it's meeting all the new students that will be running with us, and then just the competition, and then the races that we'll be running at.
Yeah, we have a lot of meets this year, particularly the Roy Griak Invitation. That's a big meet, one of the biggest high school meets in the nation, but collegiately it's large too. I think we race with like 400 or 500 people all at once when the gun goes off, so it's kind of like a small stampede. So it's always really exciting. Last year a bunch of people fell, so you had to jump over guys, and those of you who don't think cross country is exciting, it is. It gets kind of crazy out there sometimes.
And Sammy, you mentioned you're excited to meet the new runners. What do you think the biggest adjustment is from high school to college running, and how do you help the freshmen make that transition?
Probably just time management. I mean, when you're in high school, you're going from classes straight to practice, but whereas in college, your classes are more spread out, and you're going to have to find that time to make it to practice on time, and just doing the necessary preparations before it starts. So.
And you have a lot of athletes that compete in both cross country and track and field. How does training year-round help you in each specific season? So this fall in cross country.
Yeah, that's helped a ton, not having the huge periods of time off, so the seasons can build on one another. So all the mileage you put in cross country, because it's a longer race, helps out a lot in track when you're running shorter events, especially for us distance people. We can sharpen more, and it just carries right through. It works out so well. So I think the athletes who do cross country and then come into track have a lot better of a time, better situation, and better performances because of it.
And you mentioned a lot of team building that will take place this preseason. Talk a little bit about the activities that you will do to help build camaraderie amongst the individual runners and at large as a team.
Oh my goodness. Obviously the midnight run, we mentioned that. We're going to be doing, we go on a camping trip actually. So we're going to spend 3 days up north in the woods, and we're going to do a lot of running. There's a ropes course involved, so there'll be some trust activities and all the things that go along with ropes course. Lots of food. I think food brings people together. We all know that by now. So we're going to do a lot of that, a lot of eating, pasta dinners, Perkins. We all love Perkins too. There's all kinds of things. Am I leaving anything out? Yeah.
And switching gears a little bit, you spend all week preparing for one race. What goes through your mind when you step up to the starting line each week?
Just remembering just all the hard work that we put in the past week, and just remembering to stay calm and just relax throughout the race and just try your best.
And where are you most looking forward to running this season? You mentioned you're going to be running at the U's race. What other places are you most looking forward to running?
U of M's a big one. I mean, the conference meet obviously is the one we all look forward to. So the whole season kind of builds towards that, and it's a pretty fun course too. A couple big hills, so we always love the mixed up terrain. Makes the race more interesting. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
And Sammy, what do you think your favorite races that you'll be competing in this year?
I think for me also the Roy Griag is one of my favorites, only because it's not just the Division 3 where we race him, but it's Division 1 and 2. So just seeing all the really competitive runners run too is a really great experience.
And this is the first year you guys will be competing in the NCAA Division 3 regional meet.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about what that means to be able to compete at that level at the end of this season.
Yeah, it's kind of a special thing. The last few seasons we've chosen to run in the NCCAA championship meet, which falls in the same weekend as the Division 3 regional meet. So this year we wanted to give it a shot, see how we fare against all the other teams in our region. Qualifying for nationals may or may not be feasible, but it'll still be an awesome experience to get in another large meet against every other team in our region. And everybody's been tapered and everybody's peaking well, so I'm sure there'll be a lot of great performances. The race will be videotaped, so I always love watching the race afterwards. And I've heard it's a big event. There's a lot that goes on, so we're just looking forward to being a part of it this year.
And what goals do each of you have for the 2012 season, both involving running and also outside of running?
Well, I can speak for our men's team. Our big goal is to win conference. It's no surprise there. It's been going on for a couple of years. We haven't been able to pull it off yet, but hopefully this year it'll happen. We have a smaller team, but we have all the returning guys from last year, most of them, so we're comfortable with each other. We know what we have to work with, so it should be good running-wise. And then non-team wise, we just like to be a group of friends more so than athletes. So we'll probably hang out a lot outside of practice. So we're just looking to build that camaraderie. That'll make the team and the athletics part even better. But it's the community that's involved in the cross-country and track programs that I love the most about running at Northwestern.
And Sammy, what about the women's team? What goals do you guys have?
Yeah, just building off what Derek said, just really building unity as a team, both during the season and just when we're off season, just spending that quality time together and just becoming stronger.
And what was the most memorable thing that each of you did this summer?
Oh my. Actually a few days ago, I ran a track workout with a friend. All my good memories revolve around running. So we were on the track running 400 repeats, and it happened to storm that morning, so it was downpouring the entire workout, and we were out there running around the track, and lanes 1 through 4 were flooded. There were a couple cars in the parking lot watching us. I'm not sure why, but it was kind of funny to be doing something like that in the summer. It's not typically something you do in the summer, but we were out there and we finished it and said this will be a workout we'll remember for a long time, because you have so many. Every day you're doing something, but it's those particular workouts that sometimes stand out above the others, so that was enjoyable for me.
And Sammy, most memorable thing you did this summer?
For 3 weeks I got to study abroad in Israel, so it was just really great getting this new perspective on the Bible and just also just visiting all these really biblical sites and just